Hello and welcome to part 2 of the Bad Boys, Mobsters, and Mob Connections. Cheryl will continue with this beginning of the video where she'll make 3 stops here at the Queen of Heaven Cemetery. I'm grateful to Cheryl. She's a big supporter of the channel and also one of my first subs. Next, we'll go to Indiana, make a couple of stops there. Finally, we'll end up in Las Vegas, my hometown. We'll visit with Mob Connections and Mobsters. So let's get going. Cheryl's first stop is Reinhardt Schwimmer. He was a gangster who worked for Bugs Moran when he became one of 7 victims of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Schwimmer was also an optometrist who used his business as a cover for criminal activities. He dies at age 29, pretty young. His office was located at 625 North Avenue here in Chicago. Notice the hours were 10 to 8. Very convenient for after hours mob activity. Looks like a bank drive-thru is there today. Stop number 2 Cheryl has is at the grave of Samuel DeStefano. He was in the mob world known as Mad Sam, and a well-earned nickname, by the way. He was the organization's most notorious loan shark, also a sociopath killer. They say he had a soundproof torture chamber in the basement of his Chicago home. He was mentally unstable and a sadistic killer. He even kills his own brother, Michael, in a mob hit. Wow. This guy's something. One time he goes out on the public streets with a gun, finds a young guy. At gunpoint, he marches him back to his house and has the fella have sex with his wife as he watched. A real winner. One last stop here in Chicago. Thanks, Cheryl, again for sending me these videos to share with my channel. This is the resting place of Joey Lombardo, Joseph Lombardo. He was a high-ranking member of the Chicago outfit. He's known as a consigliere of the Mafia crime family. What that means, he's right next to the boss. Also has the boss's ear. In 1982, he's convicted for bribing Nevada Senator Howard Cannon to get a trucking deregulation bill overturned. He's given 15 years for doing this. In 1986, he's convicted for skimming $2 million from the Stardust Casino in Las Vegas. He gets 10 years for doing this. He dies in prison at the age of 90. We're now at Indianapolis, Indiana at the Holy Cross Cemetery. The Chevrolet brothers are also interred here as well. We're looking for bad boy gangster Harry Pierpont. He was a prohibition-era gangster. They say he was soft-spoken and a natural leader. He didn't like the limelight, often giving others credit for successful gang activity. The thought just came to mind. Probably since he's been arrested for it. I didn't do it. That guy did it. He was from Muncie, Indiana, which is 63 miles from here. Pierpont's troubles began when he received a severe head injury while working in an automobile factory here in Indianapolis, building Model Ts. This changes his personality and his demeanor. He's given a hot seat for shooting a deputy sheriff in 1934. Pierpont is surrounded by family members. He's part of the John Dillinger bank robbing gang. Dillinger is buried out this direction at Crown Hill Cemetery. We'll head over there next. The grave of gangster John Dillinger, dies 1934. A viewer said she put this picture here. It's good to see it still. It's still here at the grave location. The front office tells me that John Dillinger's grave is the most visited here at Crown Hill. We also have President Harrison, a couple of movie stars, Disney actors, also Indianapolis 500 race car champions. But Dillinger is the #1 draw. When you see coins on a grave, that's a sign of respect. Interestingly, these are all pennies. I'm not sure what the significance of this is. If anybody knows, leave us a comment. Visitors often chip off part of the headstone for souvenirs, much like James Dean, who's buried at Fairmont, Indiana. Now we're back at my hometown, Las Vegas. I know we traveled a lot in this video. This is Gangster Mo Dalitz. He was a local Las Vegas gangster and eventual casino owner. He is one of the major figures who shaped Las Vegas. He is a one-time bootlegger during the Prohibition. He's well respected here in Las Vegas. In fact, many locals call him Mr. Las Vegas. He's instrumental in bringing money to the city to build a convention center. He also raises money to build the Boulevard Mall, which is the first enclosed shopping mall in Las Vegas. The convention center is also where many title fights with Muhammad Ali took place. Also, it's the location where UNLV Running Rebels played many basketball games before they built the Thomas and Mack Center. Las Vegas gets about 1 million visitors per week. Yes, I said per week. Dalitz is one of 4 stops we'll make here at Pont Mortuary, which is located on Southeastern. Dalitz is buried at the Garden of Eternal Peace area. Now we're at the grave of Harry Clayborn. He was a Las Vegas attorney representing many alleged mob figures. I did say alleged, by the way, such as Bugsy Siegel, Lefty Rosenthal, Joe Conforti. In 1978, President Carter appoints him as a federal judge. The Aladdin was a one-time mob-controlled casino. Harry Reid, you know him as probably Senator Harry Reid, but at the time he was head of the Nevada Gaming Commission. He orders the Aladdin shut down. Within a few days, Judge Clayborn overturns this because he didn't want 2,000 people to be out of work here in Las Vegas. This made him a local Las Vegas legend. He's highly thought of. Towards the end of his life, he was suffering from prostate cancer and Alzheimer's disease. He unalives himself at age 86. Every time I'm here, there's lots of geese and ducks. Really cute. Hey, big guy. Backpedaling. Where's he getting off to? They thoroughly enjoy the environment and freely walk across the street safely. Or the road. Street, road, whatever. Hey, look at this guy. Brave. He's not afraid of me. Orange beak. Look at those orange feet. Really cute. Hey. Okay. Well, let's move on to our next location. Yeah, they're pretty comfortable around humans. Do not feed the birds. Every time I'm here, people are anyway. Wanted to mention that right after Judge Clayborn reopens the Aladdin, putting many people back to work, the next thing that happens to him, he gets audited by the IRS. They find him cheating on his taxes. He's convicted of tax evasion. I don't know if Harry Reid had anything to do with this or not, but he serves 7.5 years, gets out, gets his law license back, and serves the community as a defense attorney. I finally found Ned Day. It took me 2 years to find his final resting place. There was just no information anywhere. So this is my lucky day. Ned was an aggressive and highly respected news reporter here in Las Vegas. He wrote several articles on the Las Vegas mob-controlled casinos. Also, I remember a very highly successful documentary he did called Mob on the Run. You could probably find it on YouTube. Soon after, his car was firebombed, and I remember that well. He went on record saying the mob attacked an innocent, defenseless Volvo car. He was known to be a workaholic, so he finally went on vacation to Hawaii. This is back in 1987. He dies of a heart attack while snorkeling. I remember very well. I remember in fact, I was getting a haircut when I heard the news from my barber. Locals thought it was a mob hit, but it turns out there was nothing credible. Hey, he's back. Hey, buddy. Hey, little buddy. I believe this is the same one. No food today. Okay, we have one more stop to make, and then we'll head out to Searchlight, Nevada after we leave here. Now we're in the Jewish section of Pont Mortuary. This is called the King David section. It's towards the back of the cemetery. We'll make a stop here and pay our respects to another newspaper reporter. Highly respected, also highly talented. Walking up on a grave of Jeffrey Gurman. He was murdered in cold blood September 3rd, 2022. In fact, you can find the story on my channel here. He's not killed by the mob, but by a local politician simply because the politician didn't like the articles that Jeffrey was writing about him. Also, Gurman uncovers integrity issues and affairs and other things that was going on in the office. He loses his life over this. Next, we'll head out to Harry Reid's grave. I mentioned him earlier in this video. We'll finish up out there. He's buried at Searchlight, Nevada. It's about 1.5 hour drive from here, so we'll head out there now.